good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Flacco's Ravens going up against Bortles' Jaguars. We got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now the former Jet running back. This is Chris Ivory. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available?
Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go now. Blue for
Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. And here are the Raven defensive. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Now Bortles trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Play action. Flacco. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Greg Hardy in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose it. And now a first down following that long gain. Off the give from Flacco for Seth. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justin Forsett, his line pinching together, must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
On second down, Ivory. And now they're going to get him down right at the line. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On the counter, it's Forsett. And he'll be taken down just shy of
66 yards he gave him in 2014.
Second down, Flacco now. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And there's a flag on the field. So a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A man who missed his in goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Was that a receiver
with their feet? He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And a can't look here. We've seen this a lot. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a cutback, right sideline. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good for Jacksonville. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they get themselves
this close. You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice
things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Flacco gives to Forsett. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. A big pickup there on it
then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football, but against a good 4-3.
And that's caught by Aiken. Touchdown, Ravens. Kamar Aiken, his first touchdown of the new season.
Here we go now. Black 58, rail. Black 58.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. He gets it to Thomas. And he picks up the first.
Now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the side. Sure, they're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set. And he
takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Forsett. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Now it's Flacco. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
Well, he did almost every other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So second down, Flacco now. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And he's brought down. On second down, Flacco to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take
defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
Here's Bortles to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running.
Situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he's hit.
Ball, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to get this in.
People stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 14.
There, that's a big day.
Operating off play action, Flacco. This will be caught at the 2. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will hold. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good.
What you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the gun on third down, Bortles. And that is incomplete. Slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Defense showing blitz. Now Bortles, got to have this one. And this is incomplete.
Their goal, to make every play positive And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Play fake to force it. Now Flacco. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down after a good game. Now West. It's a gain of 11 yards to use here in the final stages. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
So for Baltimore, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.